Good morning, everyone, and welcome to Unity Spiritual Community in Citrus Heights. Please rise and join us in singing our opening song, which is, yes, maybe I should be giving this to someone else after all. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. One more time. We are all friends here. There are no strangers once you walk inside that door. We welcome you to linger in this family of love and hold you in our hearts the way you are. And hold you in our hearts the way you are. And you may be seated. So good morning and welcome to Unity Spiritual Community in Citrus Heights. Good morning. Come on in. And we welcome each one of us who's with us here today at Sylvan Community Center or on Zoom or on YouTube Live. And I'm Lisa Lawson. I'm a licensed Unity teacher here and minister of music at Unity Spiritual Community. And this is our senior minister, Reverend Carla Cometer. And we are joined today by Liam Lawson, my son, as one of our musicians. So we welcome the change of season this week as the days are waning and it may even be dark outside. Oh, you know what? I'm just going to give, thank you. That was a great idea to try to do this. I'm going to just start that part again. Yeah. Okay. So we welcome this change of season this week. The days are waning, and it might even be dark outside when we awaken. And our bodies and our minds are feeling this shift, that it's the time to finish things up and to complete the harvest in preparation for winter. So we welcome all of these changes, and we celebrate all that's passed through the summer, all that's blossomed and all that's grown in this season. So with this in mind, we open our service in prayer. O Divine Spirit, we open our hearts and minds to our oneness with the earth, acknowledging the changes that are part of our very existence in this physical plane, and we are grateful for the bounty that supports our lives. May there be good health and healing for this earth. May our world be filled with peace, love, and beauty. Amen. And now I'd like to invite our licensed Unity teacher, Sylvia Wheeler, to read today's daily word.
Okay, thank you, Lisa. Today is Sunday, September 22nd, 2024, and the word for today is healing. My thoughts, words, and action affirm wholeness. Wholeness is my true nature. Even if I am facing a health challenge, divine life is active in every cell of my body. Knowing this truth, I hold healing thoughts and speak life-affirming words, while making sure to give my body the rest, nourishment, and care that will help it heal. I refuse to allow thoughts of sickness or weakness to grow in my consciousness. I seek support among friends and family who share my belief in wholeness. As I have been supported, I offer my support. I feel honored when I am asked for healing prayer. I look beyond the appearance of illness, and with faith-filled vision, I behold and affirm the wholeness that is seeking to express more completely in the lives of those for whom I pray. And from Scripture, we have, when Jesus saw him lying there and knew that he had been there a long time, he said to him, "Do you want to be made well?" And that is from John chapter 5, verse 6. And so the word for today is healing. Thank you.
Thank you, Sylvia. So we welcome each one of you who's here with us today, whether you're here at Sylvan Community Center or whether you're here on Zoom or on YouTube Live. And we know that each one of you is here by divine appointment, and we thank you for adding to the joy of our Sunday service. So if it's your first time with us here today, our usher Brian, he will bring you a welcome packet, and we have a sign up for our mailing list. We send out an email, a newsletter every week that tells you what's going on. So at this time, we have a moment to greet each other, and just remembering that Unity people often like to give hugs, but also sometimes we don't. So in that case, you may just greet each other with a namaste. So feel free to rise and greet each other at this time, knowing that the music will be your cue to return to your seat. Oldie but goodie. We're singing a couple of oldies but goodies today. These are some of the best. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. I am unlimited. Right now, right now. I am free. I am unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. I am free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. You are free, you are unlimited. There are no chains that bind you. You are free, you are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind me. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. We are free, we are unlimited. There are no chains that bind us. We are free, we are unlimited. Right now, right now. Yeah, all right.
So we're doing a featurette. It's actually something we made up because we like to have a little short something at the beginning of the service, and there's a talk later too. And the featurette today is about the autumn equinox. because today is the autumn equinox. It happened at 5:43 this morning. I set my alarm. I got up, didn't know why I was up, wandered around taking pictures until 6:43. Still missed it. I did my best. And at 5:43 this morning, the sun entered Libra. I think it is miraculous that these things are really precise and that we can celebrate the exact moment and sense the energy. Remember one time when I lived in Missouri, I went out in the yard at the exact moment of the solstice or equinox and lit a candle, and my cat, Maya, this big, gold, long-haired Tom, came over and got on the bench next to me and purred and acted up, and he totally was in the energy, knowing what was going on. You ask yourself, why is this important? In our lives, you can easily live your whole life never going outside. You can work in an office and spend your evening in front of the TV and be perfectly safe and maybe perfectly happy. Why should we make an effort to know what's going on in nature and in the world? It's because we are isolated from nature. And in being isolated, we can't figure out who and what we are. I have lived alone for almost all my life, and I know that having a pet, a cat or a dog, on the couch next to me with a heartbeat and warmth, a mammalian warmth, keeps me anchored in my body. Because other than that, there have been times I didn't know I was real. Been alone too long. The trees also help us. They expand our anchors beyond mammals, and we use trees in so many ways. We had an experience a couple weeks ago right here, and a tree you can see out that window started responding to the music, and it was swaying. And none of the other trees were moving, and it was swaying with, and there were a couple of us that saw this. And every time it picked up, and you think they're just there to enjoy the concert. And finally, the heavenly bodies. Why do we bother to know what's going on with them as we honor the seasons and the cycles of the moon? We strengthen our connection with nature on and beyond our planet. And maybe we can find our place, not only in the world, but in the universe. The autumn equinox is when, let me see, I missed a couple of slides. I should have these disappointing. This was the last slide, that one, and this one are things we did. We had a harvest moon circle this past Tuesday in my backyard. And so we saw the altar we set up for it and an example of the kind of circles we set up. And then we have monthly full moon circles, not always in my backyard, but sometimes. Now, where was I? The autumn equinox, moving beyond this. No, not moving beyond this. These are the stones from the Outlander. You know, the beginning of the Outlander when she's dancing with the stones and then she travels in times in that beautiful song. And that's another example of being close with nature. And now, this is on my watch. It's on my iPhone. And it comes with it. It's nothing special that I had to order. And it's real time. That is exactly what it looked like, the planet looked like at the time I took that 6:43 when I realized I had missed the 5:43 equinox in order to take it. So it was only an hour late. But you see how the line between day and night is a straight up line. And then I took it and made it bigger. So maybe you could see it better. And that changes all year long. I know what's going on. And this is the autumn equinox with the sun hitting one side of the planet. And that means that all over the world, we are now having an equal day and night, this day. And how rare is that? With all the things that go on with the different seasons, North and South Hemisphere, twice a year, we come into this balance where the entire world will have 12 hours of daylight and 12 hours of darkness. Not the same 12, though. These 2 days are, of course, the autumn equinox today and the vernal, the spring equinox, which will be March 20th. There are people, this is something else I have on my phone. This is the solar system, and it is also real time. I can check every day and see where the planets have moved. I kept track of Venus the whole time she went retrograde. I became the morning star when she'd been the evening star. I could just see it on my iPhone. And there are those who teach that humans are affected by the movement and placement of the planets. But I don't think it's really like rays of energy coming from the planets and affecting us. I think it may be more accurately described as that is the microcosm of the macrocosm. And it's like a star map, but the star map is to guide this divine mechanism and let us see what's moving now and not that it causes anything that happens. And there's a bigger picture of that one on my phone. So, observing the changes in the sky helps us become real, really part of nature, more than just an observer, or more than just an observer of things in our devices, but witnesses to the majesty of our solar system and beyond. And once you know this, it only makes sense to go out into the moonlight and shake a rattle every now and then. You are there. Thus ends our featurette. God bless you.
Thank you, Reverend Carla. All right, so we're going to sing another song. I invite you to stand, and this is I Am the Radiant Light of God. Another oldie but goodie. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am. The health of God, the strength of God, vitality, energy, boom of God. I am the radiant light of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. The peace of God, the joy of God, serenity, harmony, rhythm of God. I am the wonderful love of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. The light of God, success of God, prosperity, happiness, mind of God. I am the wisdom and power of God. I am, I am, I am. Yeah. All right. All right. And now we take a moment to draw our attention to the prayer box in the lobby. That's that little blue box where you may leave your personal prayers for yourselves or for those you love or for the world. And we also have prayer chaplains here at Unity Spiritual Community. Sylvia's here today to pray with you. We have a little area set up in the corner here. She'll be available to pray with you there after service. And we also have wellness calling. So if you're interested in being on that list, let us know. So we take those requests into our hearts today, breathing into that space of all is well, bringing those we are praying for into that energy of faith and love, knowing that as we do so, every cell is aligned, every moment, every intention is brought into the divine order that exists in the universe. And we see that order working out, and we open to the understanding that may help us to see it, knowing that indeed all is well. We lift those we love into the power and the presence of God and the support, knowing that all is well, and so it is. We pray this in the name of the living Christ. Amen. Okay. And now will you prepare with me for a time of meditation? Oh, Spirit, guide me deep inside me. Take me to my heart place, the place of ease and grace. Breathe in this moment, this sacred moment. I am peace. I am renewed.
As we enter this time of meditation, take a deep breath and just sigh it out. Take another. And as you release it, picture the tension leaving your body like the air leaving a balloon. Feel yourself relax and loosen your grip on the responsibilities of the day. Autumn is a season of transition. We leave the heat of summer behind us as we prepare for the chill of winter. The autumn leaves fall and remind us that all of life is in a cycle of birth and rebirth. The trees release their leaves in anticipation of a season of rest. In the spring, new leaves will appear, and the tree will awaken to a new life. Life comes in cycles for humans also. We age through childhood, teen years, the time of the adult, and finally the wisdom years. Each stage leads to the next, and we ultimately return to whence we came. As we move into another stage, we are reformed, much like a caterpillar is formed into a butterfly while in the cocoon. We emerge a different version of ourselves. The teen no longer looks like a child. The adult achieves a peak of strength and focus. Our elders see the world through the lens of experience. Such is growth. Such is life. Let us take that assurance that all is well with us, into the silence. We return our awareness to this sacred time and place. We embrace the magic of nature, knowing all the while that we too are part of nature and that we too are made of magic. now and forevermore. Amen.
So, when I was a kid, we had scholastic book fairs. Do you guys remember those? Well, so what this meant, for those of you who were not in that particular generation, it meant a newsprint sheet was handed out, and there were all these little boxes that showed little teeny tiny pictures of books and a little description. And we got to pick a book. Each person got to pick one book that the school paid for, and then you could buy more if you wanted. So one of my first books that I remember picking out was called Happiness is a Warm Puppy. And it was by Charles Schulz, and it featured Snoopy and the rest of the Peanuts gang. So there's the warm puppy. Happiness is a thumb and a blanket. Happiness is an umbrella and a new raincoat. Happiness is an A on your spelling test. And what else is joy? Joy is a bunch of teenagers seeing how many kids they can get on a couch. And joy is a couple of 10-year-old dogs chasing after a tennis ball, or a baby laughing hysterically when you just boink him on the nose. That was this one, yeah. Oh, thank you. Liam, could you fix that, please? There we go, okay. And joy is seeing an unexpected moonrise in the night sky. That happened to me a couple nights ago. So what's joy for you? Call it out or type it in the chat.
My cat.
Your cat.
Wait a minute. Billie Jean the Kitty Queen.
Billie Jean the Kitty Queen. What else is joy?
Key lime pie.
Key lime pie, yeah. Anything else?
My great-grandsons.
Your great-grandsons, yes.
Being in front of my classroom with my students.
Being in front of your classroom with your students, yeah. Anybody else? Okay. So joy is our natural state, and we are born to it. Children are naturally joyful, and dogs are naturally joyful unless they're mistreated. So why do we fall out of joy? What is it that makes us become morose or negative or anxious? I think that we begin to fall out of joy when our open hearts are hurt and we shut down and we try to protect ourselves, or when someone tells us that we're not enough and that we're not lovable, essentially. And we fall out of joy when life doesn't meet our expectations, when we lose what we love, and then we lose our faith. It can be our faith in life, or our faith in God, or our faith in ourselves. One of the first, I think I remember maybe the first time this happened to me. When I was a little girl, my grandparents sold their cabin, which was on the Sandy River in Oregon near Portland. And they gave my family the above-ground Doughboy pool. And you know, of course, they had to transport it, so they rolled it up and they put it in the garage, waiting to be set up. And the story was that my dad had to finish building the wooden fence around our property, and then he had to put sand in on the ground before we could put up the swimming pool. And as many things in our life that are like that, it never happened. But I kept longing and hoping for that swimming pool until finally my hope died. But I even still just carry a little small piece of that hope. You know, in some parallel reality, there is a pool set up in my childhood. And as we grow older, we learn more about ourselves. And so we let go of some careers or dreams, as we focus on the heart of who we've actually discovered ourselves to be. And we grieve loved ones who've left us for other lives or for other dimensions. The great writer Anne Lamott says that oftentimes grief doesn't exactly come, rather it creeps up. Have you had that? I have. It comes through the back door of the psyche, slowly in quiet baby steps, until it blindsides the heart with a giant stomp. And yet, it's possible to find between the floorboards a soft light that awakens those parts of us that have gone half asleep through the autopilot of life. We've all had hopes and dreams and loves that were lost, that shattered us so that we shuttered our hearts. And so we gently learn to reopen our hearts to imagination and to faith and to the gift of love. We're such great manifestors in our lives. You know, in Unity, we know we understand how we create our reality with our thoughts. And so we can take a look at how we can allow our energy and our vibration to rise when we use our clear vision and choice. And as we do that, it's important to look at any beliefs that we might have latched onto that we can release to help that happen. Because we create all the time in our lives. And sometimes we experience joy, and it's an unexpected gift. Sometimes the right people come together, and sometimes it's just from beautiful weather or unexpected blessings. And those are gifts. And they remind us what joy is. They kind of prime the pump for us. But other times we have dark circumstances like illness or loss. Sometimes we just feel like we're on that plateau where it seems like nothing's happening. And we have to actively choose joy. And even when we're manifesting all of our dreams, we still have unexpected sadness and pain, and this is a condition of our humanity. And it's partly because we intersect with the lives of others in our oneness, and we're affected by their choices. So joy is a choice. How do we choose joy in the face of dark circumstances? Well, we have some simple Unity tools that help us to do this. And first, we start with appreciation and gratitude. And this happens with simple things. We can always find appreciation in maybe noticing the beauty and the support of a tree. I do that on my walks. Or maybe your spouse or your kid or your roommate did the dishes. Or your neighbor bought you a pie. And in order to do this, to feel this appreciation, gratitude, we have to stay in the present moment, right? Yeah. Because we think of manifesting in our lives as projecting into the future, but it's actually not. Because what we've got is right here, right now. And we claim we create with our thoughts by making a claim on what is right now. So I have an example in my life. I had a really busy couple of weeks. I went on a cruise a couple of weeks ago, and that's a lot. You know, cruises are a lot. And I was kind of worn down, and I had a lot of trouble finding joy. And my body was affected by eating food that I shouldn't, like, you know, dairy and a few glasses of wine. And I was having trouble sleeping, and my mind was just preoccupied with things, all the things I had to do, and worrying about other people. It's kind of in a loop. But I realized I was projecting all these future moments into that present moment. And, it was excruciating. You ever have that excruciating feeling? Oh, it's not real. At that time, I didn't trust that I would have the time or the energy to do all the things that I needed to do, and that other people in my life were going to be okay with whatever their circumstances were. So I thought about choosing to live in joy. And I did. I chose to live in that moment and to let go of the future. And then I began to remember joy. In moments like this, we do have to surrender to the unknowing. We don't know what's going to happen. But what I did was we claim our faith like it's our home flag. I was thinking that game, what's that game called where you have to go steal the flag? Capture the flag, right. It's like capture the flag. You claim your faith like it's your home flag. And you might even shake your fist at God, commanding the knowledge that all is well. And so we breathe and we center and we soften and we begin to move into gratitude, being ever so gentle with yourself as you do this. And you notice what you're feeling in your body and what it is that you're thinking that might seem to prevent you from being joyful. What are those thoughts? Sometimes I can see I have a belief that I'm not enough, or I have a belief that life is supposed to be a certain way. So then I open to being guided by my Christ self, by my I am self, and to trust in divine timing that I am, that Christ, that oneness is present in those around me and in the world in God's good order. And then we take a look. What comes up when you choose joy? Because something will come up. Are you uncovering some foundational beliefs that make your life less joyful? And then if you uncover a belief like this and you know it's not true, you know in some deep, higher self way, you can deny it. You can say, that's not true. Like the belief, life is hard. That's not true. Life is not hard in this moment right now. That's not true. And then you replace it with an affirmation. Life is joyous and free. How about that? Or whatever works for you in this moment. Life is joyous and free. Feels so good. And you remind yourself of this truth as you need to. And then sometimes, anybody ever had your wildest dreams come true? Yeah, maybe. Well, sometimes they do come true. Even if they're small, they could be wild. So are you prepared for that to happen? What if they did? What if you got the partner of your dreams? Or unlimited abundance? Or perfect health? What about those things? Could you handle it? Could you live in joy and peace with that? Or would you feel like you had to tamp that vibration down a little bit to make it more manageable? Well, I've discovered a secret. It's a universal secret. When your dreams do come true, they don't look like what you thought. And a lot of what you were imagining had to do with your desire. And that's very exciting. Desire is exciting. But once you've got what you desire, you can't continue to have that vibration, right? That longing, that I want this so much. That vibration has to change into something different. It transmutes and it has to become appreciation and contentment. So you have to practice it. And joy is a high vibration state of being, which is, it's more than an emotion. We feel it in our bodies. And you know what else has that high vibration? Anxiety. Yeah. And when we think about the future and we feel like we need to control the outcome of the future, we might get anxious. But that vibration could easily morph into joy. It comes from excitement. It all comes from excitement. But joy has a relaxation and a trust in the unknown as well as knowing what is. So that is exciting. As we relax into our powers of faith and imagination, tempered with love, and the unknown becomes a field of possibility. And then, like Unity's co-founder Charles Fillmore wrote in his 94th year, I fairly sizzle with zeal and enthusiasm as I spring forth with a mighty faith to do the things that ought to be done by me. So why not live in joy? And we begin by opening our hearts and feeling our emotions, and we sit with them and we learn to nurture ourselves. And then we may have something of what Unity calls chemicalization come up when we choose joy. And this is a concept that there are chemicals that are show up in our body as we release our old beliefs, our unwanted beliefs. And those chemicals can show up as illness or disease. So sometimes if you know you've chosen something higher and that happens, oh, okay. And we let it, and we continue affirming the truth, and it passes. So today, we choose to live in the river of joy, and we exist there as a practice. So I close with a poem by Rumi, the 13th century Persian poet. Make peace with the universe. Take joy in it. It will turn into gold. Resurrection will be now. Every moment, a new beauty. And so it is. Thus ends the lesson. Let's stand together. Let's make a new day. Let's lift up each other. Find a new way. Tomorrow's upon us. The future is here. Let's love one another and release all our fear and be peace, expressing in the world. Be the joy and the light have a time for our love offering, and Brian's going to bring the offering bag around. We do pass it through each person so that whether you make your gifts online or in person here, you have a chance to at least bless the offering basket. So we ask you to do this. You pass it from hand to hand, from one to another. Oh, yeah, we do. All right. I'm going to give this back to you, Carla. So Ashley, who usually runs our PowerPoint, is on a much-needed vacation. As we prepare for our love offering, we breathe into gratitude for all the good that our gifts bring as our abundance passes through this loving community. We're so grateful for one another and for each one of our gifts. We say thank you. And so in this great circle of life, our hearts open as we give generously and joyfully, knowing that our hearts are also open to receive all the gifts of the universe. And so knowing, we bless our offerings with this prosperity affirmation today. I give thanks for my new vision of God as my infinite, constant, abundant source. And let's say that one more time together. I give thanks for my new vision of God as my infinite, constant, abundant source. And so it is. So we're going to sing I'm So Grateful as our offering song today. Gratitude before me, gratitude behind me, gratitude to the left of me, gratitude to the right of me, gratitude above me, gratitude below me, gratitude within me, gratitude all around. We have a few announcements today. Just a couple left in this month. Today after service, we're going to be having a prayer circle. We meet around the table there, and we bring in our Zoom people, and we have a time where we can request prayer together, and we draw ourselves into the energy of that space. So I invite you all to do that after a short break for some refreshments and whatever we need. Next week, we will be on Zoom. We have one Sunday service a month that is strictly on Zoom. We call it our stay-at-home service, and it gives us all a little break. We will meet with Faith Rivera. She speaks with us from Hawaii. She's a multi-Posse and Grammy Award-winning musician, and she is just a light in this world, fabulous speaker too. So we hope you'll join us at 11 a.m. on Zoom for that service. The week after that, on the 6th, we'll be right back here at Sylvan Community Center at 11 a.m., and we'll be beginning our autumn journey into abundance. We'll be looking at some of the work of Edwin Gaines. And so now, we will let us join together, circle up, and sing our closing song. Let there be peace on earth, and let it begin with me. Let there be peace on earth, the peace that was meant to be. that the light of God surrounds us, the love of God enfolds us, the power of God protects us, and the presence of God watches over us. Wherever we are, God is, and all